Yo, what's up, everybody? You're tuned into Let's Talk About It with Cha-Cha and the unstoppable Run It Back crew. Get ready for high-octane discussions, epic stories, and non-stop energy. Let's get it started.
All right, America. Welcome to our season finale of the Let's Talk About It episode.
Who comes out a winner? Me. Griffin once again. Undefeated champion of the world.
All right, fans and subscribers, you know what it is. Cha-Cha is always in the building with another episode of Let's Talk About It. So I want to talk about something interesting. This is about our youth. Life is lifing right now, and there's a lot going on with mass shootings and colleges, HBCUs, middle schools, elementary schools being threatened on social media. And this particular story, it was a juvenile. Of course, with him being a juvenile, they're not going to release the name, but he threatened on social media to bomb 3 schools.
Really?
Or he threatened 3 different schools. I don't know if it was bombing or not, but they've investigated and everything is unfounded. So, it was a prank apparently, but they're not playing about this. And so parents, when I get into this, my fans, friends, and subscribers, talk to your kids, so let's get into it. So this took place in Las Vegas. Another story in Las Vegas, place that I visited, love it. Love it. Went there twice last year, plan to go back. But
yeah, Las Vegas is nice.
I've never been there.
It's good to visit, not to stay.
Yeah, you gotta have a certain, you gotta be in a certain tax bracket if you want to partake.
Come on, bracket.
Yes,
You do.
yes. You gotta, and I like
You better be a
blackjack.
showgirl.
I like blackjack. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Or know how to shake them tassels.
I know that's right.
That part.
Get it back. That's a come up. But so a juvenile was arrested after an investigation into social media threats involving 3 schools. It's the Clark County District.
Dang.
School
we got a
district.
Clark County too.
Yeah, I know, here in Winchester. So yeah, we're not talking about Kentucky.
Okay.
We're not talking about Winchester, Kentucky. We're talking about Clark County, Las Vegas. In letters to the families in their school communities, the principals of Seville Middle School, Cram Middle School, and Shadow Ridge High School said that classes at the schools were continuing as normal after threats were posted overnight on social media. And so I want to talk about that. It's one thing to allow, your kids to have a social media page, but I've always been one to believe that you have to monitor. You have to monitor what they're doing. What do y'all think? I mean, do y'all believe in okay, so I don't know.
Yeah, parental controls. Yeah, y'all need to
Yeah,
know what they're doing at all times.
Well, not even that, but I mean, especially on social media, like there's a lot of creeps and stuff out there, and you don't know what's filling up these kids' heads.
I need to know everything.
And the thing about it is that you have to be at least 18 to even have a social media page. And so, yeah, it was Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook has always been at least 18.
But they don't verify. Well, now they might verify, but they wouldn't verify then because hell, I had Facebook at 15.
Right. And, you just lie. You just lie about the
age.
the year you were born. And,
Until you of age.
Right. And back, I would say maybe, what is this, 2025? I would say maybe 2015, maybe, no, further back than that. When I was in a relationship with a young lady and she had 2 girls and the oldest one wanted to create a page and the mom said it was okay. And I was okay with it. She was a good kid, but
Yeah.
the rules are the
It's
rules.
the circumstances.
Yes, yes.
Like,
you know
and
your
it's about how
child.
you parent.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That's important, and and never think that your child is not capable of that. And I think that's where we go wrong sometimes as a society, is that we put too much faith in our kids, and we don't know what they're doing outside of the home and who they're interacting with. We try, the best we can do is instill in them the hopes and expectations of how we want them to conduct themselves away from home,
Right.
and just hope for the best case scenario. If they get in a situation, number one, call me. Don't deal with it on your own. You're not of age, and the hardest part about that is your peer pressure. It's all peer pressure, right?
Yeah.
Because your child don't want to look like a punk. Your child don't want to do this. Well, if I tell you, then I'm gonna look like a snitch and da 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 da. But the consequences are more far-reaching if you exclude your parents, and they don't know that, because they don't know they don't know the law. Number one, they don't know the law. They don't know the law, and they're taking, especially to schools, they're taking them seriously. So, he uploaded these threats at night. So was he at home? Was he with somebody that influenced
Wait,
it?
come back. Did you tell us how old he was? He was 13?
No, they didn't say his age. They just
Oh.
said a juvenile.
Yeah, they just have they can't say his age.
He's
or
under the
anything.
age of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's a juvenile, right?
Yeah, they can't say his name or disclose his name or age because he's a juvenile.
They can disclose his age. They don't.
Yeah,
They can't
yeah,
disclose his name
I
or
don't-
his identity.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't disclose his age. The district did not name the suspect, but said in an email they were investigated in connection with the probe because making a terroristic threat is a crime. And he did get arrested. They came and scooped him up. Metropolitan Police Department spokesman said officers responded to the schools to assist, but deferred further comment to the Clark County School District Police Department. So they're just forming their own investigation because there might be more to it. Right now everything is unfounded.
Yeah.
Everything's up, but they probably have to get a warrant to search the home.
My thing is though, like, if he's caught and the parents know that he did this, why don't they just let them come in and look and see what the hell they need to see? Like, if y'all didn't have anything to do with this, why are y'all demanding the search warrant when we already know your son did it?
Well, it's the law. They can't just come in and search your home.
But they can knock on your door and ask to come in, and you can tell them, yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah, but then if they get treated
they find
if they
anything?
get treated any wrong way, then that's on the police officers because they was like, well, they came in
because
without a
then-
search. They started
yeah.
searching without a search warrant.
And if they invite you in, they can say, yeah, you can't search there.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They had right. And not only that, but just because you come in and you say your child made some threats on social media, that doesn't make it true.
Right.
Right.
That doesn't make it true.
Right.
So, of course you're going to want to, because like, once again, we're talking about a person's child that may not, he might have been just having fun, just clowning around. And so they like, our child that's not our child. We're not doing that, So yeah, so okay, we'll come back with a warrant, but they had to have had a warrant to arrest him. They had to be able to go in there and freely detain him. They had to have a warrant to go up in that home.
They had to.
They had to.
Well, you can have an arrest warrant and go in somebody's home to
And
arrest them,
just
and,
arrest them
and
and
then not
not
a search and seizure warrant.
Right, but I mean, but they still, but they can't just take him based on hearsay.
No.
They can't just take him on hearsay. You have to say, look, we have a warrant for this young man's arrest, and this is why. They can't just say, yeah, we coming to arrest your son because he posted this on social media. You can't do that.
Actually, they did sign a law to where they can use anything that you post on social media against you.
Right, but I still feel like, and I'll have to, in America, I'll have to research this, because once again, it's because it could be mistaken identity. It could be a page that was created by somebody else. There's a lot that goes
Right.
into that.
Yeah, but it still they would have to find that.
All they got to do is get that IP address.
Right.
Yeah, but they still have to find that before, and they can still make the warrant. It's kind of like them making to where they can actually use rappers' lyrics against them now.
Right. But we're talking about detaining. That's all I'm saying. Detaining. You can't just even if you say we're coming to arrest you because we find you, because the police are not the judge and the jury. You know what I'm saying? So they just can say, well, we're coming to arrest you because your lyrics were found to tell a story that may coincide with this murder.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. That's where it goes into a tricky situation, because I mean, even nowadays, you're it's not innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty until proven innocent.
Right. But okay, so let me ask you. So are you saying that there are loopholes that allow you to be taken out of your home without a warrant? Is that what you're saying?
Not without a warrant, but you can have a probable cause as far as like a social media post to get a warrant.
Right. No.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm just saying that they had to have had a warrant to remove him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why the reason for obtaining the warrant is what it is. Like I said, if they investigated, say, okay, well, we think this is his page. We found the IP address, so let's go get him. So they get a warrant, and then they go get him. But you can't just go get him.
Yeah, you
know
have
what
to
I'm
have that
saying?
warrant.
You have to have it. You have to have it. It's the law. Okay, and so
Unless he says, "Come get me," I'm gonna turn myself in.
right,
Or he steps off his property.
right. I mean, and see, in a case of
They still have to have an arrest warrant. They just can't arrest him on probable cause.
not on his not
Yeah.
at his home.
I'm saying if he steps off the property, because they used to do that. They used to do that to my dad all the time. They try to get my dad to come outside so he can, because they couldn't arrest him inside when he's
Right.
inside the house. So they try to get him outside,
They can detain him.
and then they can arrest him.
They can detain him outside
can't
of the
arrest.
home.
Yeah.
If they arrest him, that's a lawsuit, because and the reason why I say that is because, okay, let's say that I step away. You know, people don't come out on their front porch out of their house because they know they protected.
They come out because they know they don't come out because they know they got something on them that if they come out. But if you get arrested and they don't have a warrant for it, and they say, oh, because you're suspected of this, it's just being detained. You're not arrested.
Right,
They
you're
don't have
just
anything
right. They
on you
can't
yet.
right. So because you have the right to ask, like
Yeah.
you said, am I being detained? And if they say yes, then okay, what crime have I committed?
Yeah.
For you to detain me, right?
Yeah.
And so
I
they
mean,
have to. So they can't just say, well, you're accused of. Okay, no, but what proof do you have? So even if you step off on your porch, you stay on your porch because we know that cops are crooked. We know that they'll go ahead and arrest you and say, tell it to the judge. Nobody wants to go through that, especially when you haven't done anything, because we know there's cops that will go ahead and take you to jail without probable cause, and that's illegal.
And in the hood, even if you don't have anything wrong or anybody ain't got nothing wrong, we not letting you in our house without no warrant.
Right.
sir.
Yeah, no.
Right, because
Regardless.
we're not gonna give you opportunity to
Yeah.
be arrogant and think that you're above the law
Or
because
to
you
pin
have a
something
badge.
on us.
Right,
You
because
quick to throw a drug in a corner.
that part. Yes, sir.
Boy, I got a story for that one, but we'll say
All
that for
right.
another time.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
because there's not much more to this, because he was arrested, and so far everything is unfounded, and so and of course the schools are going to say so. Hopefully there's no accomplice, because the schools have said, everything is unfounded, so we're safe. It was just a hoax. That's what they're saying now.
Yeah.
That's what they're telling parents. So
That it was a hoax.
well, I'm just using words.
Okay.
That's just my way of saying it. That there was nothing founded to show that he was going to carry out these threats. So the schools are safe. The schools are safe, and that's what the principals and the superintendents are calling parents and saying, because So it says here, we want to emphasize to our community how seriously we take the threats made to our schools. Students who can make threats to school can be charged with making a terroristic threat among other, and that's just one of the serious crimes, among serious crimes. So there's more that they can be charged with other than that, depending on what they find. Administrators also encourage parents and students to report any perceived threat through the Safe Voice mobile app. So they have an app that you can call, and they give out all this information. Reports can also be made by calling, and there's a number, or you can go on the website by calling safevoicenv.org, or by calling school district police dispatchers. Like I said, let's see, the threats were deemed to be unsubstantiated. The district did not name the suspect, but said in an email they were investigating the connection with the probe because making a terroristic threat is a crime. So they basically said that classes at the schools were continuing as normal after threats were posted overnight. So the person is apprehended the night before. So they're saying, okay, we got him.
So it's a juvenile that made a threat
on social media
about a school.
Three schools.
The 3 schools found that the threats weren't viable, so they decided to continue classes anyways. But the boy was detained for questioning
that night before, in the evening before school started.
Okay.
So that's what they said. They said he was detained. And they haven't found anything to show that, and that's why I say I'm assuming that they had to have a warrant to go in and search to see if he really had, because then that's more charges.
Yeah,
that's when
that's why I say the serious crime is the terrorist threat.
I would have been like, it's been 72 hours. Can I go home?
Oh, I would have. As a parent, I would have. It depends on the mindset of the parent.
Right.
You want to protect your child, but at the same time.
But she's like, I seen this computer. Talk to him. Steer his ass straight.
And right, and that's why I say I'm not a nurturer. I'm more I'm that guy that I'm the old school. So I'm gonna be like, oh, well, maybe this is what they
you
need.
Gonna get in trouble today.
This is what they need. Yeah, we'll see.
How
you
long y'all say he gonna be in jail? Period. It'll teach him a lesson.
Yeah, we'll see you when we
and
see
don't
you.
call me because I ain't coming to see your ass.
We'll see you when you. Because that's a serious charge, because there's a whole lot that they have to wonder about their child. And
I'll put some money on your books though, but I ain't coming to see you.
He's juvenile, so he ain't going in the lockup yet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. He's scared because his freedom has been taken away. And if he was just playing,
he can't TikTok.
He won't play like that no more. No, he won't. In fact, I'm taking his Facebook page away, or so whatever social media. It doesn't say what social media outlet it was.
He can't even text message right there.
He don't get a phone. Yeah,
You gonna get one of those old Nokia flip phones?
He ain't even gonna get that. They gonna give him his a pager.
Look, parents of
two-way
his
radio
friends,
to me and to you.
The friends, if he's got friends, the parents are like,
oh, the friends can get that extra phone in there.
Yeah, the parents of the friends now have to investigate their kids if they were associating with them. Like they got to check their kids' accounts and all that and make sure. Because I'm gonna let them know. Look, because he might have been over there. There's parents that know him. He's been over there, hung out with his boy, whatever. And the parents like, oh, hey, what's up, little Johnny? What's going on? So, what you got going on? I plan to threaten 3 schools and as a joke.
Want to join me?
Yeah. So my thing is like I said, they got to check their kids now, because I'm gonna let them know. Look, this is what happens. Because I'll let you have a page, but I'm telling you, they're not playing out here, and I hope you didn't have any that you weren't planning to go along with this. No, we didn't know nothing about it. All right, cool. So we gonna leave. I'm gonna hold you to that, but hopefully, because they may do that. They may because it depends on what that child goes into juvenile and says. He might start naming names. You
Come
know what I'm
on.
saying? You never know.
Come on, snitch.
Yes, yeah, you never know. Where'd you get the idea from?
I'm telling
He
you.
might have got punked into doing it. They might have flipped a coin. They might have played rock, paper, scissors.
Desmond told me to do it, so I had
Yes,
did, but I
yeah.
didn't know what was gonna
Yeah.
happen. But then when it happened, I was so scared and I didn't know what to
didn't know
say.
what
He
to
ain't told me
say.
to shut up, and if I said something, then I was gonna get in trouble. So I didn't say nothing. So now I'm saying
Yeah.
something because he's already in trouble. So I don't want to get in trouble too.
Well, it's like
That was a good story, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Where'd that come from?
Of Las Vegas.
Somebody
man.
told
It's
me I'd be
Las
a good
Vegas.
liar.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, they're like, you know,
I need to go on Big Brother.
you know, you remember that girl that you said you liked? I'm gonna go tell her. Don't tell her.
Facts.
Don't tell her.
Facts.
Don't tell her. I don't really like her. Yes, you do. We got the letter that you wrote. Oh, they just punking him. They just blackmailing him. And I mean, and if that was the case, but in
Yeah.
America, if that was the case, he's name dropping. He's gonna name drop. He's gonna name drop.
because
Type shit.
back when I was in high school, I can't remember if it was my junior or senior year. We were getting bomb threats like every like twice a week.
Damn.
And there was this one kid. He was going to different payphones. Remember the days of payphones, y'all?
Yeah.
We had it,
but he was going to different
Take my
payphones.
number and a dime. Call me anytime.
He asked one of the
Call
dudes in
me.
my class. He asked one of the Hispanic guys if he could use his phone, and he kept making the bomb threats in each class. We kept,
Yeah, but see,
and it was one day.
But yeah,
it kept
they
happening.
and they you know, they would go around, they would start checking them, and the days I would have the days that they had bomb threats, I'd be like, cool, it's an early day for me, because guess what? They'd be like, go back into school. I'm like, y'all just had a bomb threat. Y'all didn't see a bomb.
I don't feel
But
safe.
I'm not. I'm not going. I'm not going to that school.
Parents can come and get them. But
My
you
mom
know,
was like, "Get your ass in class, and if
Yeah.
it blow up, we gonna get paid."
Nah, see, I just leave.
my mom wouldn't like it.
as soon
She wouldn't
as
like it
as
for real.
soon as
Love
as,
you, mama.
as soon as we went to the sidewalk, to the far enough distance or whatever. As soon as we got to the sidewalk, I'd be like, all right, peace, y'all, I'm out, and just walk on.
that's high school. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you know, it's
Middle
it's
school, your ass
it's a
wasn't leaving.
different world that we
Yeah.
live in. These kids have access to guns and weapons. You know, at an age, you know, we got 11-year-olds, you know, unaliving, 14, 15-year-old, youth, and vice versa. You know,
we
they
got them
just-
unaliving their parents.
Yeah,
The
and it's a
fuck?
different
Let's be
world,
real.
and they going up in them schools.
That's
and,
wild.
and that's the thing, because there's already one case where elementary school kids shot a teacher, and they kept telling them he's got a gun. The kids were saying he's got a gun. And they just would not. They didn't take it seriously. And he walked up in there,
Yeah.
pulled out that gun, and shot her, and she blocked it. And it went through her hand.
Ooh.
And in fact, that happened maybe earlier this year. I didn't report that. It happened, but now she's suing the school. She's still alive.
Yeah.
She don't want to teach. I don't blame her.
I don't
I
either.
think he was like 6 years old,
Yeah, I don't either.
and he kept saying he was gonna shoot her. Oh, she gonna take my Jello pudding? She gonna take away my recess? She gonna take away my fun time? Oh, I'm gonna kill her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot her. And once again, kids
It
start to, but now they're done an investigation, and there was a one of the students was telling it, little Johnny got a gun. They was like, yeah, whatever. Well, we'll keep an eye on him, whatever. Ain't no way a 6-year-old got a gun, and he walked, and they kept telling it, and a couple of the teachers, yeah, I'm gonna have to look that story up. That's something to look up for next season. Yeah, because now she's suing now because all of this information has come out where it could have been prevented.
Yeah.
Where it could have been prevented. And so, with that being said, America, that is my let's talk about it topic today. So wrapping this
That
up,
was
I want to,
good.
yeah, it
That was
was
deep.
Yeah, talk to your kids. It's a different,
Yeah.
it's a different day that we live in, and so. It's all fun and games until they come knocking on your door. It's all fun and games until they come knocking on your door. And so, and the thing about it is, and I'm gonna say this before I wrap it up. I work with youth at my church, and I try to tell them this. I'm like, because they clown and stuff, and I'm trying to tell them like, look, this world is out here waiting to eat you up. They waiting to eat you up, and you think that you can send these graphic pictures or talk a certain way to a female and this and that. And if she or she might have a vendetta where she lies about it. She might have sent you something first, but it doesn't matter. They coming for you. And they think because of their age that there's no. I had a student tell me that, said, so you don't think that you'll have consequences for your actions? And he said no. So he's got to learn the hard way. And I keep trying to instill stuff in him. And so this is the kind of stuff I try to bring to them. That no, they not playing about this. They looking at you like you're a grown ass man or a grown ass woman because you doing grown ass man woman stuff. You unaliving people, and so.
Death penalty type shit.
Yeah, and so this is nothing to play about, America. So tell your kids, monitor their Facebook and sit down and have a talk with them. It doesn't take long to tell them to find out what's on their minds, to find out, what, because the extent of a joke for us was tripping somebody from behind, knocking their books out of their hands.
And like you said, tell your kids, tell your wives, hell, tell your husbands too, because they're here taking everybody.
Social media is not playing.
Because even with the whole, like you said, like the offensive pictures, they putting kids on sex offender lists.
Yeah. So social media police, if anybody can see it, they don't have to know you at all. So once again, America, monitor what your kids put on Facebook and let them know. That's one. It's okay to joke. No bullying. Don't bully, and definitely do not threaten to do anything to harm a school, and especially multiple schools.
Right.
So with that being said, America, anything y'all want to add to it?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, see you next season. It's been great. Look forward to enhancing the Run It Back crew, the Run It Back podcast with more things. Every season we enhance what we do to make it better for you. So just remember, keep tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Spotify channel. We have Instagram. We have a Facebook channel. Like and subscribe, all of that, because without you, there is no us. And we want to make this thing work. We believe in what we do, so we're going to keep on doing it.
Well, without y'all, there is a us, but we would love y'all to come for the ride. You make us better.
Yeah, you make us better.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
You make us better. So with Cha-Cha
and D-Lo.
I'm Javi.
And we out of here.
Peace.
Deuces.